Welcome to the Single Parenting Podcast with Big Certs. Single Parenting Mike Podcast. What's poppin'? We're over here about to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of being a single parent. I know we all probably figuring it out. Some people got kids that's like teenagers still trying to figure it out. Some people got adult kids that's still trying to figure it out. I'm gonna give y'all like the, not to say the do's or the don'ts, but what can happen, what don't happen, and what's possibly that can't happen. Because this is kind of like our first day on the job. It sounds good when you be like, oh yeah, I raised my nieces and nephews and stuff like that, but that ain't nothing about raising no kids, bro. It's a whole nother element. So let's get straight into it. Like to subscribe to my channel, because I will appreciate that. But anyway, the first disadvantage is you might meet a deadbeat baby mama or a deadbeat baby father. Only problem about that is you don't know from the beginning. You get what I'm saying? You may think you know, but you just don't know for sure. Or they might be petty as well. Either two, they like go hand in hand. Deadbeat and being petty, like it's one or the other, And when that occurs, hold on, I'm kind of ghetto up in here, so we gotta make it do what it do. Anyway, being ghetto, being deadbeat and being petty goes hand in hand. It be signs that be there, but some people just be attracted to toxic stuff, and some people just ignore the signs, and they be looking for the qualities out of people, and just trying to get, that first baby experience, that family experience, and stuff like that. But like I said in the previous podcast on this channel, having a baby, after that baby, shit changes. Like for real, the shit just goes left. You get what I'm saying? So if you don't get what I'm saying, basically what you can do with situations like this, when you first meet them, see what their relationship is with their mom and their dad. And then you can carry on from there. Or how they deal with people, And you ain't gotta have a lot of friends like that, but how they deal with people and what's their relationship with their mom and dad. If it's constant bickering back with mom and dad right before the kid, bing bong. If it's just constantly being petty to people for no reason, you just don't know how to be good to people. You feel me? So, that's one disadvantage. Another disadvantage is finding a babysitter. And that'd be the fucked up part about it because, people got lives, people got things to do, people just got shit to do. And of course you do too. Everybody's on the move, everybody's doing this and that. That's why it's best to build a foundation around you, whether it's a good friend or it's a good family member, and it's like a thin line from paying or not. I feel like if it's like a situation that's a little baby, you should pay, you know what I'm saying? A toddler, you could bring food and stuff like that, bring clothes, things of that nature. If this kid like about 4 or 5 years old, 6, 7, I ain't paying for no. I'm not paying for no family member for no babysitter. What am I paying for? What am I paying for? You just over there chilling. I mean, if you always at the crib chilling, this is supposed to be your family member. This is supposed to be like, I want to see my nephew, I want to see my niece, whatever. You feel me? You're not doing nothing. They're gonna legit be on their phone, or they're just gonna be just sitting there watching TV or ask you 1,000 questions. What am I paying you for, dog? You feel me? So that babysitter thing, yeah, it can go left or it can go right. Another thing that could be a disadvantage is you might birth a badass kid. So this ain't your fault. You feel me? Like, it just within genetics. If your mama was a hoe, if your grandmama was a hoe, if your great grandma was a hoe, guess what? Hello. Your kid might be one too. Hey, that's just a harsh reality. You know what I'm saying? You can break the cycle. It ain't gotta be a hoe. Like, if your daddy was psycho, if your granddaddy was psycho, and your great granddaddy was psycho, and you got a couple of screws loose, guess what, bitch? You might have a psycho kid, you know what I'm saying, that's bad as hell. how to deal with badass kids. Raise them on your own. Like, keep them away from like the good people that's trying to do good shit. You fucking the vibes up. I'm sorry. Like, just keep them to a bare minimum. All that stealing, cussing, all that shit. Hell no, you fucking up the vibes with this badass little nigga. Just keep that little nigga to a bare minimum. He may have siblings and stuff like that. He had no choice. But fuck that. Let's sit this nigga in the corner all day for a little bit. Because we know, especially if he's sleepy too, or he off that shitter. Oh, hell no. So his badass back. But the advantages is, if you're a good parent, it's a good chance your kid gonna take care of you when you get older. I'm talking about like, you know, older, like when you can, you know, barely walk, or, you know, you might need a diaper, or say you got disabled, whatever. If you do your due diligence as a good parent, it's a good deed, it's a good chance that your kid's gonna take care of you. Even like out of the hospital, mainly like girls. I think girls are a little bit more caring than boys is, as far as like, you know, caregiving. A nigga might just come through and drop off some eggs, bread, and shit like that. That's just some shit I do with my dad. I kick it with him too. But, you know, caregiving, I know that the girls got that down pat. Niggas, they just trying to drop shit off, kick it, smoke it with you, and keep it moving. But life is too short. You know, keep the energy flowing, good energy flowing, so you can have somebody to take care of you. Because when you grow old with people, maybe that person can't move around like that. You know, they can't take care of you like that either. These people are still in their youth, unless you had a baby at 14. Oh yeah, Molly, 14 years apart. Wow, that's another topic we'll talk about on another topic. Anyway, you can learn a lot from kids. Now this is a motherfucker right here. Everybody keeps shitting on the young people, and I know. See, I'm out here dating. Ain't no shame in my game. My age is from 21 to 61. And what I learned, people in their 30s, maybe it's just my demographic, but women I've been meeting in my 30s been lost their fucking mind. People in their 25s, whatever, it's really like 25 and up, that I met, they're a little bit more grounded. You know what I'm saying? What they do is ask questions. You know, they don't assume things. People in their 40s, they a little bit more kind of tweaking a little bit, but they a little bit more compassionate in a way. People in their 50s, a little bit too arrogant for me. That's a tad bit. They too stuck in their ways. So you just got to choose your wave of people that you want to deal with. You know, and what I mean, again, by 30s, whatever, people in their 30s, when I learned, I'm about to be 40 next month, you know, 2 months from now. It's August, it'll be August. I'm going to drop this video. It's August 28th, whatever. So when I drop this video, it's going to be September. I'm going to be 40 next month. I don't have time to be bickering back and forth about something that you believe or I believe. I don't do arguing no more. I didn't argue all through my 20s. I know I argued through my 30s. And what for? They didn't get it. I'm staying 10 toes down. Don't get it fucked up. But I'm not arguing no more. I'm going to say what I got to say. You say what you got to say. Flat, we're leaving at that and that subject. Oh, so in conclusion of that, you know, when it comes to learning a lot from your kids, whatever, you just sit back and just listen. Just listen. When they be a kid, whatever, you notice the transformation they were when they were a kid, and they wanted to do this and they wanted to do that. You know, again, you know, kids ask questions when they're young. So as they get older, they're gonna be like, for instance, think about it, like we at our age, we helping our grandmas and our moms with helping them with their phone and stuff like that. What I might need, it might be something going on later on that my brain just can't process like that, and they can help me out. That's what I mean. It's a advantage to have kids around to do that, as long as you're giving off good parenting energy. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, your sex drive either gonna go skyrocket or your shit gonna go rock bottom. I get it. You know, a lot of women, you know, when they have kids, whatever, they get discouraged about their body and they don't want to have sex like that. And a lot of guys too, they had so many kids and stuff like that, they don't even want to have kids no more. They're like, man, fuck that. But the ones that don't, it'd be on the flip side. It'd be like guys like me, whatever, two girls. You know, usually when I'm dating, this is not my trophy. Like, these kids not my trophy, but women are treated like a trophy. Like my two kids, because they don't usually see two guys taking care of their kids. So, who the fuck at my front door? Hold on real quick. It's nothing outside. Somebody at my front door. Make sure I ain't getting somebody trying to rob and rape me. Oh, that's the rain. Oh, somebody just walked past. Who the fuck? Bro, that shit look weird as hell, bro. Yo, tell me if I'm tripping. All right, look at this. That shit crazy. Anyway, women again, when women having babies and stuff like that, you lose like their sexual energy, their sexual level goes down. Same with the guys, you know, they don't want to have babies no more because they just, you know, especially they get a little older, their sexual, what they call that, metabolism, whatever they call it, it goes down. That's a tad bit. Now, the other people on the flip side, some girls, they like the baby that they had, so they want to have another baby. So they constantly want to have sex. Not constantly, but you have sex for a purpose. And you got guys like me, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about on the single aspect. You guys like me that got a high sex drive. And women see my kids and like, oh, I never seen no guy take care of their kids like that, especially their girls. That's attractive. That's sexy. I heard this from multiple women. Multiple. And I'm like, shit, bring that ass here, girl. What you mean? Shit, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? But again, I try not to use that because that is like, that's too easy. I don't use my kids like that. But a lot of people, my good friend told me, she told me a lot of dudes, so you don't see a lot of guys just taking care of the girls. Usually they just be girls. They'd be like, man, go ahead and bring that to I ain't got time to deal with that and stuff like that. I'm like, dealing with what? I legit, let me give you a little blue ticket real quick to the single parenting life. When I be taking care of my kids, I really don't do too much of nothing, for real. I just sit there and talk to them like they're a regular person. You know, I try to hold my profanity back, but sometimes it's a little shit slip. You know, a little tongue tied. Work with me. But you know, at the end of the day, man, they know how daddy is. You know, and they just mind their own business. But I drop my jewels. You know, I keep my security with them. You know, I make sure, you know, their life is in my hands. You know, I don't fuck around to a certain extent. But I still got a little freedom with them, you know, that to the point that they can talk to me about anything. And, you know, hopefully they can, but they still feel uncomfortable about that. Maybe they'll tell me on a later date. But as far as, you know, the sexual aspect of it, you know, not with my kids, of course. It's not going down like that. As far as like, you know, me dating, whatever, it just turns people on. Like, me personally, I don't look at a single mother and be like, oh, she's taking care of her kids, and that's attractive to me. Like, people are wired different. Men and women are just wired differently when it comes to dating. But as far as like the kid aspect of it, it's always cool to see, you know, the moms taking care of their kids, but I don't really give a fuck, for real. You know, I don't really look at it like that. You know, but I mean, if it's a situation that could evolve to something better, you know, I've never been a step parent before, but the women that invited me into their lives, I always try to keep it cool with their kids. I know it's a touchy subject. All these niggas crazy, killing everybody over pussy and shit like that. Now I try to at least keep like the good energy flowing every time a female bring their kids around. And I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all looking at this. I really appreciate y'all for even doing that. because some did it on GP. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't have to do that. But yeah, that's the end of it. The advantages and disadvantages of having kids. Signing off. It's me, Big Surf. Big Surf. Big Surfs. Sometimes I gotta get used to this talking a lot. I'm getting better with it. At first I'm looking at old videos, like I was doing a lot of ooh la la, ching ching, wada wada bing bang, ooh ah ching ching. You get it. But no, man, I can hold a conversation with people. I gotta keep it a nice little flow now. I've looked at my old videos like, oh, okay, I fucked up there, let's do that. And as you see, I changed the scenery around too, just for a little bit, see how that shit works. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold that shit. Like and subscribe to the Single Parenting Life Podcast with Big Surfs. Ow!